Lamentation chapter 5. Lamentation chapter 5. Look at what Jeremiah said about our ancestors. ICT, please. Lamentation chapter 5. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. That's the state we are in. And that is our cry this morning. Remember what has happened to us. We don't even know. But we know something is happening to us. But what is the source? Remember what has come upon us. Consider and look at our reproach. See how the thing has turned us into a question mark in the land of the living. Look at our reproach. Jeremiah cried out. Why did he cry out? It was the sins of their forefathers that they deviated and abandoned God and began to serve another God. And God gave them up. And the enemy came and took them into captivity. And they were in slavery. Even Jeremiah himself. It was there. That's why it's called the lamentation of Jeremiah. He said, Lord, look, remember, consider. Look at what has come up. Look at our reproach. Look at verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. That means we had inheritance. Of course, the children of Israel were enjoying their inheritance turned to strangers. Child of God, look at the theme of freedom, dominion. Where is it coming from? From Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 28. He said he created them and he blessed them. Friend, if God bless you, you ought not to look like this. Something happened. The inheritance was taken. He blessed them. He said to them, be fruitful. The man of God spoke on a fruitful labor. Be fruitful. That's our original. And multiply. What is that? Inheritance. He said, have dominion over everything. Dominate and take charge of everything. But everything is taking charge of us. Our inheritance. To everyone, your inheritance has been taken from you. You're taking it back today. Our inheritance has been given to strangers. Our houses to aliens. Jeremiah was speaking. Verse 3. He says, we are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. Not widows, but they are as widows. They were in captivity. Verse 4. We have drunken our water for money. What belonged to us, they take it and sell it to us. I was in a place in Port Harcourt where you have the main refinery in Port Harcourt. Lucky, what's the name of that place? No, not Emmah. Okrika. That is Jonathan's wife's place. If you reach there, you'll cry. If you see where they are taking the oil, then you now enter the Okrika itself. Tears come out of your eyes. You cry for this country. Our water, we pay money to drink our water. Our wood is taken from us. It is our own. Then they sell it to us. Remember, consider, this is the reproach that has come upon us. Verse 5. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We are making effort to succeed. So we have no rest. We are fighting. All we are doing is to see if we can have something. We are under pressure. Verse 6. We have given the hand to the Egyptians, the enemy, and to the Assyrians. We just sell ourselves anyhow to get what? To get bread. We're not looking for money to build a house. We are not looking for wealth. All that we are doing now is to serve our enemies to get bread. Somebody say, God forbid. All this complaint, ladies and gentlemen, look at verse 7. That is the explanation in it. For our fathers have what? Sinned. All these things is as a result of our fathers. Our fathers have sinned and they are gone. And we have born, we didn't know anything about. But here we are. Because we carry in us their DNA. Through the bloodline, these powers trace us. It's time for us to rebel, to say no. My inheritance cannot be taken. When the kingdom was divided and 10 tribes were given to a servant who committed the crime, it was not Solomon's son. He was an innocent son. Solomon inherited everything from his father. But from him, the kingdom was divided. And God said, you know what, Solomon? You've done evil. But I will not do it in your days because of the oil on you. Pass it on to your son. He passed it on to his son. Solomon in his presence, watch a servant in the father's house ruling 10 kingdoms, 10 tribes. He was given only 2 tribes. My inheritance. Lift up your right hand this morning. Say, Lord, consciously or unconsciously, in any way, my inheritance has been taken from me. I rebel this morning. I revolt. I take it back. My inheritance, our fathers. And when you look from that time on, it was broken kingdom. One man, through one man, sin entered. And the Bible said through one man, grace came. Righteousness. And through Jesus Christ this morning, somebody will be restored. If you look at a few more verses in verse 8, it says, because our fathers have sinned and they are not, we are now suffering. It says, servants now do what? Rule over us. Look at what Solomon said in Ecclesiastes. He said, I see evil in the land of the living. That servants are riding on horses. Then princes are walking on their barefoot. So what happened? The princes were riding horses and something happened. They came down from horses and servant took over. He said, there is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand. We get our bread with perils of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravish women in Zion, and the maids in the cities of Judah. I was somewhere in Italy. I met a mother, I met the first daughter, and I met the second one. And three of them were in prostitution. Is it a clear eye?